And here's someone who is in a business as a founder, as a small business owner, thinking that he could all do it himself.
Mhm.
And that's where my friend, who's his current fractional CTO, is now even frustrated with him not getting back at him. He is the bottleneck. And this is what happens in a lot of founders and in entrepreneurs where they become the bottleneck. And that's where I say, here's a dumpster fire. We want to create and help you get out of the way. So you have to know, like, trust, and then add value. But we have to show you how this can add value. And if you don't get to the point of trusting other people on your team, you're only going to go so far. So you have to grow with other people that you trust, and you have
Yeah.
to enable and empower them to take
Mm.
on that trust and do the work that you task them to do. So he's still not relinquishing the reins of the operator. He signs off on every invoice that comes through.
Mm.
I'm going, why do you do that? That's the job of someone like me to make sure that that's put into a system so that you can forget about those things and not worry about them. It's
Yeah.
very hard. That's an exhausting way to run a business, and it's
Yes.
only going to go so far. So now he's stuck. But okay. So anyway, that's a
Yeah.
real life example of what that looks like.
Yeah. I've seen too many of those myself, right? Like a founder doing every travel booking or signing off on every invoice just to save a few bucks or to avoid a few mistakes, but
Yes.
losing like
Yep.
a whole lot of growth on the other side of
Correct.
it, right?
Yeah.
Now,
You
I
can't
want to
scale
come.
and grow without that.
Yeah, I want to come back to you, right?
Yes.
Now, with your experience and that you have identified the way that you want to do work, right? What is it that you stand for, right? What is the difference that you
Yeah.
want to make in the world? And I'm not talking about like a next year goal or a quarterly goal.
Yeah. Yeah.
On a long
Sure.
term, how do you want to see the world different because you were there, because you did this work, let's say over the next 5 years or so?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So, one of the key elements that I stand for is an acronym that I created, which is TIA. It's transparency, integrity, and authenticity, right? So, for me to leave a legacy, I want to leave people behind with the memory of Mark was authentic, right? We had fun, it was purposeful, and we saw our potential involved in there.
Mm.
And those are frameworks that I set up when we go into companies and businesses and say, there is not just a differentiation between personal life and business. There used to be that. Now it's all intertwined, Sumit. So I want people to say, oh, I can work and I can have fun. And Mark showed me how to do that, right? It was purposeful. I saw my potential. I drew the things out of me that I didn't see that somebody else saw as a mentor, as a leader. It's leadership quality. People typically hire for skills. I'm hiring for character fit. I want those character traits in there. So that's what I want to be known for, the character and the transparency, the authenticity that I bring to the table, that I can surround myself with those other people. And that
Yeah.
has an impact on the bigger room and the people that are in the room, right? That's what I want to leave behind as that from a long-term vision and goal as a
Mm.
legacy.